Alright guys, you come out and your tire's low. The first thing that you would want to do on your tire is use a compressor. You can use a compressor like this to pretty much air up your tire. And what you want to do with this is, you want to plug it on right onto your valve stem, lock that, and this part right here, I'm going to show you. This is just a compressor that you could get for maybe $20 to $30 pretty much at Home Depot, Autos, or anywhere like that. This part plugs into your cigarette lighter. Once you've plugged that into your cigarette lighter, you want to come out and turn this on. And as you can see, it's airing up your tire. So if you use this and your tire airs up right, you may be able to make it home, but before you actually drive on this tire you just aired up, you want to wait for a little while to make sure it doesn't go back out, because you will hate to get out somewhere and the air goes back out. So the first thing you would do, once again, is use the compressor to air up your tire, which should take maybe 5 to 10 minutes depending on how flat your tire is. And to do this, like I said, you would just plug this on here and plug it up into your cigarette light. You may just turn your vehicle on also to give more power to the compressor itself. So it'll basically sound like this. You want to air your tire up. And then after you do that, if it's aired up, like I said before, and the tire seems to stay aired up for at least 5 or 10 minutes, you may be safe to try to make it home, but you still have to check your tire because for some reason the air went out of it. And if that doesn't work, the next thing you may need to do is actually put on your spare tire. Now I'm going to show you something like this, which to me is much slower. You have to go through, and I'm going to show you in a minute where it really comes into play using impact wrench. See, with these, it may take you longer because you have to go through each one like that to even get off your hubcap. Yeah. See how long it's taking even to get this off. Or, as I said before, you could use impact wrench, which will make it much quicker. Not only to take off your hubcap, but also your lock nuts itself. But before you do your lock nuts, you want to jack the car up. But what I recommend you do is, before you jack the car up, is go through and loosen all your lug nuts just a slight, because you won't be able to loosen them up once your car is off the ground, or then your wheel want to turn. So to do that, you can either use your basic wrench, your basic jacked up, your basic crowbar that comes with it, and turn it, which takes quite a bit of pressure to turn it. Like that, it takes quite a bit. Or if you have an impact wrench that you may pay $59 to $69 for it, it's much quicker just to put this on here, make sure it's the right way, and see how it's turning. You don't want to do it all the way off yet, because the car's still on the ground. So you want to just want to turn it a little bit to loosen it. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these a little bit, because I still have to jack the car up. But once I have them pretty loose, like that, the next thing I want to do is actually jack up the vehicle itself. And to do that, I can either use a standard jack that comes like this, which I have to put up underneath there and turn it like this to get it to come up. Or what I can use is a hydraulic jack, which normally you can get from AutoZone or somewhere like that for maybe $79 for a whole kit. A hydraulic jack that also should come with a jack stand itself for safety. And to use this, I just want to take it and look underneath the vehicle and slide it. And once you got the car jacked up, for security, you want to use, a lot of times your hydraulic jacks will also come with jack stands. And what you want to do is find a place up underneath the vehicle to set the jack stand up underneath, just in case of emergency, in case it was to fall. And to do this, you lower it by raising this up. And then once you find a place, see, I stuck it right there. Now, as you can see now, I have it underneath the vehicle for security, just in case for some reason a hydraulic jack was to give out. I will have the car still supported by the jack stand. So always make sure you find a secure place to put your jack stand up. And once you've done that, next you will want to take off the wheel itself. Like I said, possibly use. Alright guys, I'm going to be using this impact wrench to take off the lug nuts off of this car. If you have a standard crowbar, it should work fine, but I have an impact wrench which makes it much quicker, as you can see, to get off these lug nuts. So a standard crowbar will work, but it makes it much quicker, makes your job easier if you use an impact wrench. And next what you want to use is a compact impact wrench, which can take it off really quick and actually get your tire off much quicker than what you would using the actual 4-way or a standard crowbar. So I like to use the impact wrench because it gets it off quicker. And once you've done that, you want to take this tire off, and then you want to take your spare tire and you would want to put it on the same way. Like that. And if next you want to, when you're putting your lug nuts back on, you want to kind of put them on, or tighten them down basically in a pattern. I'm putting them on like this, kind of like that, like not too tight. Then once I've done that, then I'll come back around and tighten them more like that. And then sometimes for added security, I'll go back over them with that. And pretty much you're done. Next, what you want to do is, before you let your hydraulic jack down, which is over here, the next thing you would want to do is, first you would want to remove the actual jack stand. So you want to come in, you may need to jack the car up a little bit if it's sitting on it, but you come in and this is how this will work. If it's up like that, you just pick that up and it drops it back down. Once you've done that, you want to lower the vehicle down slowly. Like that. Lower it down. And once you're done with that, you're pretty much done. Next, double check your lock nuts to make sure they're nice and tight. And then pretty much you should be done. Alright, thanks. Guys. Now I'm going to show you how, if your tire happens to have a nail or something like that in it, how to plug your tire. Also, this would be a good time to check your tire to make sure that it's not bad. Like you see right here, how you see wire that's hanging out your tire. This tells you that your tire is no good and you actually need a new tire. So I wouldn't actually plug this tire. If this was an actual tire I was putting back on my car, I would just replace it. But to show you how to use a plug, I'm going to go ahead and plug this tire. And as you can see right here, there's a nail that's inside the tire, or a screw or something. The first thing that you would want to do is take some type of vice grips or needle nose pliers or something and actually pull the nail or screw out of the tire itself. Once you do that, you'll probably hear the air starting to come out. Sometimes it may take a second to get it out. this may be a screw. So I'm screwing this one the rest of the way out. And once you do that, you wanna, this is the kit I'm gonna be using right here, which is a tire plug kit that you can get from the dollar store or somewhere like that normally, or Walmart or something like that for like, you know, maybe $2 or something like that. And to use this kit, you'll get a piece like this, and you'll have this. This is actually a plug right here. So what you want to do is take this piece and stick it through the middle. I'll show you in a minute. What you want to do is take this and stick it through the middle, and then pull it from the other side. Until it's like halfway, like that, to where you have it halfway on both sides. And then once you have gotten this out, actually I'm gonna take this back out for now, but that's how you would put it in. And once you get whatever it is, the screw or nail out of your tire, next what you want to do is take this actual piece and stick it in the hole. Do like that, in and out, to kind of like that, up and down motion. What you're doing is making the hole even all the way around for the plug to go in. And once you've done that, you want to pull this back out. That's when you want to take your plug. Alright, so once you have it in, you want to, okay, you want to push it down, and once you get it in to where it's into the middle, next what you want to do is quickly pull it back out like that. Then once you got it in there, you'll have two ends. Then you can take, next what you want to do is take like a pair of scissors or something, and you just cut it. Next, once you get it in, next thing you want to do is take a pair of scissors or something, a knife, and just cut off the ends of the plug itself to where your plug is inside of her. And that's how you would basically plug your tire. And like I said before, but always double check your tire. As you can see on this tire, this is the metal lining that's inside of it that tells you that this tire is no good. So if you see this on your tire, this tells you it's time for it to be replaced. Alright, thanks. Also, I would recommend that you keep a can of Fix-A-Flat in your vehicle also. This could come in very handy in case of an emergency. I don't recommend using it if you can change the tire or even plug the tire, but sometimes you may not be able to change the flat or be able to plug it, and a can of Fix-A-Flat can come in handy. Normally it may cost you around $5 to $7, but you'll be happy you had some if you were stranded somewhere where you couldn't change the tire out. So once again, I will also keep a can of Fix-A-Flat also in your emergency kit just in case of a flat. Thanks.